I'm so honored to introduce our next guest, our next speaker, Beth Pachas, and she'll be speaking on the jewel in the robe.
In Japanese Buddhism, there's a parable called the jewel in the robe, and it's a story of a poor man and his friend who get drunk. And as the poor man sleeps, the friend decides to help him out by sewing a jewel in his robe with the idea that it will help him to have a better life. But when the poor man wakes up, he has no idea of the treasure right there that could improve his life. Until one day, years down the road, the friend tells him, "You have a jewel in your robe," and that makes him more successful in his life. We can all relate to this story because we have the ability to overcome obstacles. Sometimes a friend helps out, while other times the answer is right there. For me, the answer is a Spanish conversation club. Before the group was created in December of 2009, I was surviving my first few years as a high school Spanish teacher and dealing with imposter syndrome, not believing in my Spanish fluency as a non-native speaker. I had no social life, and I had a bad breakup too. On top of that, I was really missing our family get-togethers, our big family get-togethers since my parents' divorce. And my birthday was around the corner, January 1st, but I wanted to flip the bird to New Year's resolutions. I needed a friend to reassure me that everything would be okay. And my Buddhist practice stepped in as a kind of friend to reassure me and teach me something through that jewel in the robe parable. And the lesson was that community was the missing piece that would help me with my imposter syndrome, my loneliness, and my heartbreaker grief. So I hopped on my computer and I started the Spanish Conversation Club in Fairfield County. And the meeting was going to be the next month in January after my birthday, and I just really hoped for the best because I really wanted it to work out, people to be interested, and for things to change. Well, virtually overnight, I had a social life. The first meeting, there was over 20 people, and it was the start of 16 years of over 300 gatherings of our big Spanish group family. And we do dinner and movies, drinks and salsa dancing, coffee dates, costume parties, we do it all. Thanks to Adriana and Patricia, who are my coordinators, my organizers, and my friends. Because of these events, such strong friendships have formed, and our group is the reason why people get together. The more than 100 of us wouldn't have met otherwise. We are all ages, we're all professions, and we live in different areas. And it's just a pleasure to bring people together. We're all ages, all professions, and we live in different areas. But you know what? Our backgrounds don't matter because we have a common language that brings the best out of us. And as we're like a big family sitting around the dinner table, we are like the friend sewing the jewel in the robe. Every year when we celebrate our anniversary, members share their gratitude about our group, how they haven't forgotten what they learned in Spanish class, or they haven't forgotten their home language, and it just brings me such joy to share my gifts, and it's really truly a gift to bring people together. Now it's your turn. How will you let the jewel in your robe shine? How will you change the course of your life through community? I encourage you to hop on the computer, and I encourage you to change the course of your life. Thank you.